Next at 10, Governor Scott Walker is set to give his second State of the State address on Wednesday night.
The address in front of a joint session of the legislature is the chance for the governor to outline his priorities, of course. And as the recall continues, the governor is expected to focus on how his controversial reforms have impacted the state's finances. Those same reforms were not fully featured in last year's speech. News 3 political reporter Jessica Arp takes a look back in tonight's reality check.
In his first State of the State address, Governor Scott Walker laid out a grim picture of state finances.
Bill collectors are actually waiting on the doorsteps of our Capitol.
He made a commitment to fixing them, saying he would pay back some $60 million to Minnesota for tax reciprocity, as well as $200 million taken from the Patients' Compensation Fund. It's true, both of those debts were paid back not long after the fiscal year started in July. But the governor said some changes needed to be made in order to find those funds.
I hope that our state employees feel as if they've been treated fairly over the years. But like all of us, they should recognize that we are in difficult economic and fiscal times.
The governor did say that he would ask public employees to pay 5% to their pension and 12% to their health care. What he did not say was how he would arrive at that savings by taking away nearly all collective bargaining rights from public employees. In fact, the governor laid out little of what would come in a budget repair bill that rocked the state or controversial legislation that would follow. Instead, talking more about how government regulation needed to be reduced in order to create jobs.
It won't be easy, but the last 30 days have shown that we are ready to turn this state around.
4 separate times in the governor's speech, he spoke of becoming a national leader in fiscal reform. And in fact, he has spoken nationally about the changes he championed. The tone in this year's speech, as the governor is facing recall largely because of that legislation, is likely to try to make the point that his mission was accomplished. I'm Jessica Arp with this News 3 Reality Check.
Now, by the time the governor gave his State of the State back in 2011, both houses of the legislature had already been in special session. This year, only the Senate has been in session since the beginning of January. They will take up bills tomorrow, and the Assembly will be on the floor on Thursday.